hope you don't take for granted, I hope you don't imagine that every industry or every association like yours is represented by somebody as thoughtful as Carl Barron. I don't know. You notice that maybe you belong to other organizations or something. I mean, there are a lot of very good people, and there are a lot of very good advocates and folks who do a superb job of representing and defending and reflecting the views of their members. But I'm serious now. I don't know anybody who thinks more deeply and has more insight to offer. And I don't know where he got him. I don't know how he kept him, but if I were you, I'd hold on to him. Carl, you're as good as they get. So. What are you picking on our neighboring states for? I mean, they got problems enough. Yeah, that's what they tell me. I was just up there. I have a funny timing with regard to our neighbor to the west. I've been there I've been there twice in the last year or two. That both days were important days. I was up there early this year, happened to hit town on the morning of the Olympics decision. And when we hit town, the streets were full of people. They had T-shirts. There was a huge rally downtown. We're going to win, which we were for them. But then by noon, the shocking announcement had come out that they didn't. So a big downer for a lot of people in town. I'm speaking to some huge luncheon, and the Q&A, somebody asked me what I thought of that. I didn't know what to say, so just on the spur of the moment, I said, what is this world coming to when Chicago can't fix an election anymore? Which the audience thought was, good fun. That Governor of Illinois did not like that at all. So then, I was there just a week or two ago, next time, and get out of the plane, get in the car. The trooper turned on a radio, and here comes the Blagojevich one-count conviction and explosion of talk radio about that. And the rest of it. So this put me in mind of the fact that a few days before that, I had made one of my many visits to one of our correctional facilities, the Miami Correctional Facility up past Bunker Hill there. I've done a lot of this, and apparently my predecessors didn't, and it generally always gets commented on. And that day, as before, the commissioner was there, and he tells the audience of inmates and workers about all the places I've been, nobody ever came before, and how much they appreciate it, and on and on and on. So when he finally sat down, I said, Ed, thank you for noticing. Yes, we really appreciate the people who do this brave and invisible work, and we want to let our offenders know that we're rooting for them to turn their lives around, want to help if we can. I said, but you're making way too much of this. In Illinois, the governors go to prison all the time. You know who laughed the hardest? The inmates. They really got it. They were with that program. I don't want to be impolite by disagreeing with my host, Carl here, but I have to politely differ on one point. He said that you folks have been a small part of what we have gotten accomplished. That badly understates the case. You have been a huge part, and I'm just really here this morning to thank you for that. Just in case you didn't realize how unique and uniquely valuable your organization has been among many who have tried to help us build a stronger state, I just want to tell you, nothing small about it. We've got plenty of work yet to do, and obviously this fall we're together again, working to make permanent the property tax reductions which you played an indispensable role in making happen in the first place. And I'm very optimistic about it, but it's too important to leave anything undone. I'm told that your association has made a very significant commitment, and you have, as I'm sure you know, adopted or embraced the leadership, really, of other organizations who are going to come together and pool some resources, and the most important, I hope, the the community leadership that you represent as local advocates for a campaign to get people to vote yes on one. Ballot question one, of course, being, is there even two this year? I don't know. It doesn't matter. One's a good, memorable number, so I've been out telling audiences now lately, and it'll be part of every presentation I make. No matter what else we talk about, I'll remind them, yes on one. We've all worked too hard. We got to too good a result. The benefits are too important to the state's present and its future to leave any particle of chance that some future legislature could renege on the whole deal, or that some judge could decide that our 1848 Constitution and our 2008 legislation somehow don't mesh. So we are this close. It's really important. So thank you for what you've committed to do. And I want to reciprocate. I'll tell you that I'll be doing a lot, and our own we use our own apparatus to try to ensure that people take note of that question and understand what they have to gain and to protect by its passage. So let's go put the last touch on this incredibly important advance, which you, more than anybody else in the state, helped first bring to the attention of your fellow citizens, and helped us craft, among all the ways we could have gotten at it, craft what I think is a pretty good, effective way. And then help us see it through to success when a lot of people really didn't want it to happen. So that's what I came to say. I thank you very, very much for your citizenship, your leadership. We'll keep trying to do those things that bring more buyers, renters, other customers of real estate into Indiana, even in these times. I hope you notice that, well, two things that I hope are not ephemeral. I hope are trends that are going to not only continue but grow. In the last 4 years, 5 to 8 actually, 05 to 08, that's all we've got. More people moved into Indiana than moved out. That's a reversal of the previous trend. Let's hope it's not a blip. We're trying to make sure it's not. And secondly, we learned last Friday that yet again, for another month, the 7 months of 2010, the number one state in America in private sector job growth is Indiana. We're growing 4 times the national average. 2% of the nation's population, 9%, 56,000. 9% of all the new jobs created in America, in the private sector that matters. In America, got to keep that going. As I told audiences in Boonville and Jeffersonville and other places this week, a key factor, among many, a key factor, we think, in making that happen and helping it continue, is property tax reduction and the certainty of caps that says you come here and invest, you come here to live, and you can count on, you won't get a rude surprise in the future. You won't get a big jump in here. You'll come into some of the lowest property taxes in America, and they're not going up, or not much. It's a huge new card in our economic development hand, and you put it there. So I thank you profoundly. I'm grateful to you. I don't know, Carl, I'd be glad to take a few questions on anything if you like.